The creepy billionaire rappers sell their souls too.
I don't know Michael Rubin, but a lot of times the nerdy whites, they want to partner up with the kids at the cool table. Snoop told a story one time where he said the dudes from Uber was with Suge, and they begged Suge to come introduce them to Snoop. These dudes be going to Seed Capital. I just want to be around Kevin Durant. I want to be around Nas. I want to be around all of these cool people that I grew up on. I was the nerdy dude. Now I got enough money to mesh with them.
Everyone knows that money rules the world, and the rap game is no exception to that rule. But the puppet master behind many iconic artists is a truly sinister and creepy man. Michael Rubin is an industry tycoon, and his name really started circulating along with this embarrassing clip of gangster rapper Meek Mill, as some of you may recall, where bro was literally bunny hopping like an absolute psychopath on camera.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. Count out loud.
And it's slowly coming to...
Imagine being able to build an app with your name.
Oh, yeah, that boy looking crazy, man. He said count out loud. Count loud for daddy. That's crazy.
To light that he is your favorite rapper's favorite billionaire, orchestrating a large network of young black talent.
Yeah, he probably makes so much money too that you can't even disrespect him, because if you do, you might lose half your sponsorship deals.
Across hip-hop and even sports. Even the likes of 50 Cent have been seen clowning rappers close to Michael Rubin. From the outside looking in, it seems like a pretty good idea to associate yourself with a billionaire, as there are countless benefits being tied to such wealth. But the quote-unquote benefits that Michael Rubin comes with tend to be questionable at best.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says.
He says you're gonna get another drunken hug. What the fuck is that?
You're getting a drunken hug. You too.
Like it's a,
you too.
Like it's a kiss.
Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
It's your boy Luesta, and today we're gonna
sound like a white Diddy.
Unpack the unsettling hold that Michael Rubin has on hip-hop culture. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we gotta understand his origins in the world of hip-hop and the power that he holds outside of the game that you'll see extends farther than anyone really knows. With 11 big B's to his name, it's hard to imagine Michael Rubin ever starting off with humble beginnings, but that's exactly how the story goes. Like many kids, he started shoveling snow when he was only 8 years old, and by the time he was 12, he had a ski repair shop that eventually raked in $125K a year. His keen eye for business carried into adulthood, and perhaps
at 12 years old,
his most important money move came in an early investment with Fanatics, the top sports merchandise company in the entire world. This wasn't a one-off expense though. Rubin loved sports, and he eventually was inspired to purchase the Philadelphia 76ers and became its most popular owner, despite sharing the team with several others. And it was courtside at a Philly game where he met the gangster rapper Meek Mill, fresh off the scene after coming up with moving and raw bars like these.
Some summer nights can even turn cold. In the streets of Philly where niggas don't even get to turn old. My heart pumping to a turn gold.
The two men were from completely different worlds, but they would end up having far more in common than one would expect. And they would begin to bond over sports, business, and more. As conversation continued, no one would expect the can of worms that was about to burst open from this single interaction. And it would change the course of modern rap entirely.
So my daughter was just talking to Nikki, and Meek's like, you know, in his way, he's like, who are you? I'm like, you know, the Sixers guy. No. And then within a second, what I loved about Meek from the moment I met him, he just started peppering me with business questions. Like, hey, if I want to do this, how would you do that? And if I want to do this in sports, and if I want to put this deal together. In a lot of ways, he was a similar version of me from a completely different environment.
They continued to meet a few times as a friendship was truly beginning to form, and in their talks, Rubin would eventually learn about Meek Mill's ongoing legal struggle.
One night, maybe we'd hung out at the games maybe 10 times, and we were at halftime, and I'll remember this for the rest of my life. I said, hey, I'm going with some friends to the Brigada afterwards. You want to come? He said, I'm not allowed. I'm like, do you need permission from your mom? It's literally what I said to him. I said, you need permission from your mom? I was joking. I was being a wise ass. He's like, no, I'm on probation. I'm like, how's this probation thing work? He's like, I'm not allowed to leave. You can't go across the bridge. 10 minutes. He's like, I'm not allowed. I'll get arrested. I'm like, what'd you do again?
You see, Meek Mill was under serious pressure from a 2007 incident involving a case where he was locked up for illegal firearm and possession. He got 2 years behind bars plus 5 years probation, and when his probation period was supposed to expire, a hard-ass judge continued to hold him on a legal leash. And things would not change for him as he grew older, even though his rap career was flourishing. In 2017, Meek picked up more probation charges for popping Willie and getting mixed up in an airport brawl, violating his current restrictions. And when Michael heard about his new friend's struggle and realized it was a problem on the judge's end, he decided to step in.
I'm not gonna say who I called. I started calling people of importance to find out, is everything he's telling me true?
Yeah.
Like, I was hearing all I was hearing was everyone loves him, but he's got this crazy judge. But you know what? I want to make sure I'm always on guard. If you're in my situation, you're always. And so I kept getting back. He's done everything he's been asked from a probation perspective. You know, he's well liked. He's a good guy. Yeah, he's a little bit on rap time sometimes, but this is a good guy. You know, he's doing lots of charitable things. I wrote this letter, which I never thought it would become public. It became very public. I wrote this letter and basically talked about my relationship with him. I basically said, like, look, this has become one of my closest friends. Like, you know, he knows my daughter well. He knows my mom. You know, he knows, all of my, partners in the Sixers.
Despite Ruben's letter and his appearance in court during the hearing, the judge still sentenced Meek to 2 to 4 years in prison. This was a shocking verdict considering everyone involved had strongly recommended against prison time, including the parole officer. It was abundantly clear that the judge had a vendetta against the young Philly native, but lucky for Meek, he had a billionaire friend in his corner of the ring.
I look at Meek, and he always wants to be Mr. Tough Guy. His eyes turn pink. There's tears coming out of his eyes. I can't remember.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for
placement, Luista.
$9.99 a month for a music app, and
Remember last time anything made me tear up? I have tears coming out of my eyes, and I looked at him. I'm like, I will not stop until you're out of prison and she's off the bench.
And that's exactly what he sought out to do, pouring over $6 million alongside Jay-Z to hire the best investigators and lawyers to fight for Meek's freedom. And to Millie, it meant the world.
You're now sitting in an orange jumpsuit, and you're still smiling from ear to ear. I don't get it. Like he said, if it were me, I'd be so mad. How are you happy? Meek sat there. He thought about it for like a minute. He said, Robert, I've been sent to prison 3 times for never committing a crime. This is my entire life. I've been in and out of this thing my entire life. This is the first time people are fighting for me. You're here to see me today. Michael's been here 20 times. There's a crusade to free Meek. This is the first time that's happened.
All that effort was worth it in the end, as the judge would eventually get revealed to be super corrupt, even beyond the courtroom. Aside from multiple weird cases on her end, she was also secretly spying on Meek and even demanded he drop her name in a song. Some pretty strange behavior. But the real win in all this was for Michael Rubin, who was quickly being hailed as a model billionaire and culture icon. He kept riding this wave when he established the Reform Alliance with Jay-Z to combat legal system failures.
Are people I wonder too, this creepy billionaire, because he says this creepy billionaire, bro, he sounds like a pretty chill dude. And it sounds like he just made a good friend. Meek Mill made a good friend, and they're just good friends. And I know a lot of dudes who play gay and say gay stuff and such stuff around the homies. So maybe that whole bunny hop thing, besides the whole white party part of it, was just some billionaire shit. And I don't know. That changed my perspective on him a little bit.
We said we're gonna get 1 million people that are on probation or parole that shouldn't be out of the system. There was 4.5 million people at the time. This is 3.5 years ago. We've already cleared a pathway for 650,000 people that are on probation or parole to get out earlier from the laws that we've changed.
Michael Rubin was officially a hip-hop namesake, and the idea of having a rich white billionaire friend started sounding real good to young up-and-coming artists, especially this gen.
Yeah, that's where it gets weird, because then there comes all these people who want the stimulus package from bro. And he sees that, and he sees that, he can throw them a bone because he's a billionaire. So what they're probably asking for isn't that hard anyways. He can throw them a bone. And since he's pretty much saving niggas' lives and niggas is coming up off of him, he can pretty much make them do whatever he wants.
Genuine caring dude.
Yeah.
Let's keep this real.
You're not gonna talk crazy to somebody that saved your whole life or put you in did what he's doing for people. Yeah. So you can pretty much do what he wants.
When you're financially successful, it's easy to give money away, okay? I give lots of money away. That's easy. What's hard is to do the work.
But it wouldn't take long for the more sinister intentions of the richest man in rap to emerge from the most unseeming shadows. And it was too late for those that flocked to him.
The friendship with Lil Baby, what was it about
what's
him
about
and
that
your
hug?
guys?
Let's see what's up with that hug, y'all boys.
Rapport.
that sort of
he's a
connected
great
to
guy. He's a great guy.
Baby is absolutely one of the best human beings in the planet.
Dominique.
There's never been a thing I've asked him to help with, like from a charitable perspective with the Reform Alliance. There's never been anything. He's just such a great.
Why are billionaires though asking other people to help? Like I get it, like everybody's right, but like okay, I'm thinking if Baby got like let's say he up 40 M's. You're up what? He's not up 11 bill because that's just probably his assets, but I'd say he's up at least 2-3 bill and like that he can use like easily. I'll just give him 2-3. Why are you asking niggas to donate? You got 2-3 bit like bill. That's
Human
crazy.
being. I love his work ethic. When you hear his story, and I don't know anything about music. So when I met him the first time with Drake in the Bahamas in 2020, and he's telling me his story about he was in jail a couple years earlier. He never rapped, and now he's got this great kind of music career. You just want to root for the guy.
Ruben's new influence pulled in big
I
names:
agree.
Lil Baby, Travis Scott, and Quavo, to name a few. Successful people hang out. It made sense at the time, especially given Michael's recent investment into Meek Mill. But a noticeable pattern began to emerge in these relationships that made people question his intentions.
Okay.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. Count out loud. Keep going. Keep going. Don't.
I ain't gonna lie. Like now that I have the context of him and me, this goes to show the public all the time tries to turn something like they just write about stuff and turn it into whatever gets the most engagement and conversation going. That's the whole point of news channels, commentary channels, all of that. YouTube, bro. It's like now that I know their relationship, I don't think this is some weird humiliation ritual or like this is some like this is admit that there's some sort of submissive dominatrix relationship between him and Meek. Nah, this is just two homies and he lost a bet. And if your homie loses a bet, you gonna be like, yeah, nigga, like they're just shucking and jiving, bro. Now that
See
I know
everybody
the
hops. They
context.
suck. Your buddy hops suck. You got 250 more to go.
Super weird dynamic, and
No, it's
the
not.
internet exploded when they saw
This isn't a weird dynamic. This is two homies and he lost a bet. Now maybe he got a little bit. And you know what it is too? Rappers have such a overtly masculine gangster image that you often don't see people talking to them like this. But the fact of the matter is we as homies and friends talk to each other in bantering ways, like banter with each other all the time. So I don't even agree anymore that this is a weird, like this is what homies do.
what was going on. Bro, this is some house slave type shit.
No, it is
I'm
not.
gonna hop for you, massa. When he lost,
it.
he went straight to
Because if he would have won, I'm sure he would have been doing the same thing to Mike. I'm
hopping
sure.
too. Man, the rap game is nothing but a modern day plantation. I discussed the
These are just
situation
broke-
in much
These are just broke niggas speculating.
more detail in my
Nothing to
video
talk
about how
about.
Meek Mill destroyed his career. But one takeaway from that video is that this was all weird behavior for a man like Meek Mill, a respected street artist
See?
who really portrays the image of a gangster.
We can't look past the image. See, that's the problem. We so caught up in the image of the image Meek Mill that we don't know the man, whatever his real full name is. Like we get so caught up in these images, we can't see past that. That's the reason why, especially a lot of women creators, a lot of women artists, a lot of women actors, everything, they get sexually objectified, touched weird comments are made about them because you can only see past the image of a sex symbol or whatever it is you have past them, that you don't even respect them or see them as a human. I said it in my main channel video, being a celebrity, somebody who's heavily revered, it's dehumanizing at times because people only see you in the light of what they've made up in their head, which is very one-dimensional. This shit is crazy, bro.
It just felt really weird for him to do something like this. And due to all the negative publicity he was receiving, Meek Mill tried to explain that this was a game played in prison. But of course, that only got him flamed even more.
Someone tweeted at him, how much
That's crazy as hell. I ain't gonna lie. But this is niggas is making each other bunny hopping. That's crazy.
they pay you to do this? This is the first time he's addressed it. Keep in mind, there's all these Diddy rumors about Meek. There's this, what I believe to be a fake audio about
sign
Meek
extras.
and Diddy engaging in some wrestling for the cereal like he used to do with the... like he said he used to.
God, bro.
People have this assumption that Meek is doing
Stop it.
zestivity.
Bro, it's like, bro, we make fun of this shit and we joke and all that, but like, bro, Usher was a baby, bro. He was 14. Like, it's funny, and I'm not saying anytime stuff comes up, just because we gotta empathize with people, we shouldn't make jokes about it and laugh and but it's like, yo, he was a baby, bro. He wasn't no older than 14, and he was with that man. Justin Bieber, nothing but a baby, man, with that man, and we all just like we laughing like that shit's funny and shit, but like, bro, people's really going through it over stuff like this, bro. And we just be like, that's kind of crazy, man.
He's with Diddy. Or
I don't know why that just made me
gay.
feel bad.
I don't believe that. So he says this is a game I started from prison.
We used to make killers do bunny hops when they lost because it was too hostile for money. This be us. I'm gonna get Ruben a bunny hop for me. I'm gonna teach him D-Thang hop. Yeah, see, like that makes sense. Like if you're a killer, the most like one of the most hardest punishments, like whenever, like for instance, Cell and Frieza in Dragon Ball Z, the idea of hell for the most meanest, nastiest killer villains in Dragon Ball Z, hell for them at a point in time was like cotton candy and bunnies and like rainbows and shit, because they're so evil that is like humiliating to them. So I think it was more of a sense of like making a killer do a bunny hop is like, yo, it's so embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. So it's funny. This is just funny banter.
We used to make killers do bunny hops.
I hate y'all, bro. Y'all do too much, bro. Y'all do way too. You can't give y'all niggas nothing, bro. Y'all turn every little thing into something.
They lost because it was too hostile for money. A YouTube channel, the link. This be us. I'm gonna get Ruben to bunny hop for me, okay? LOL. I'm gonna teach him D-Thang hop. I don't even know what half of this means. The fact that he said we used to do this in prison and we used to make killers do bunny hops, this is one of those things where if Meek was right next to me and showed me the phone, anybody really, I'm looking at him like, dog, that is not what you want to send out. You used to make killers do bunny hops. What?
See, y'all just either, again, it goes back to y'all having one-sided images of people. Y'all just not from that world, especially when you're not black too. You don't understand that, like, black people, I think we play around a little differently, but also it's just like y'all just niggas must not have friends and like banter with each other. Like, I don't. What do y'all expect that like niggas to do? Do y'all expect them to always be like? Do y'all always think YoungBoy is always? But do y'all always think like King Von was a killer mode 24? He might have been, but you know what I mean. Like, do y'all always think Gucci Mane is always in this? Kevin, like, bro, we're humans. We joke, we have fun, we come up out of ourselves sometimes. Like y'all niggas y'all just cheese me, bro. Y'all cheese.
What are you talking about? And then I'm gonna get Ruben to bunny hop. And this is the thing. Him getting Michael Rubin to bunny hop for him has no effect on Michael Rubin. Most people don't even know Michael Rubin is the owner of the company.
He's saying that he's gonna get him to bunny hop instead when he beats him, because that's a punishment that they do. What the fuck?
That he owns.
The clip of him doing bunny hops got so much attention that it resurfaced amid the Diddy allegations a while back as well. To make matters worse, this wasn't an isolated incident, as Lil Baby was another rapper who was a victim of one
I
of
ain't gonna lie, that baby hug was kind of weird. That was like, why they have to take the picture right then and there and then upload that shit? But also, bro, Michael Rubin might just be one of those rich drunk niggas where when he get drunk, he just start getting a little handsy. Like, you know, you never had a homeboy like when he get drunk, he start leaning all on you and he start like talking all in your face. He might just be one of those guys. Be like, I love you, my nigga. Like, he might just be one of them niggas.
Bets that caught people's attention, and not for a good reason.
What's the bet?
Money to get famous.
6 braids coming off your head. 6 braids off the back of your head if you fall asleep from 5 p.m. until 4 a.m. My entire head. Bet.
Bets between friends aren't unheard of, but the eerie part of all of this is that we never even seen Ruben lose. It leads us to ask questions like, is Lil Baby really gonna get into Ruben's bed and shave his hair? And if Meek lost that bet to anyone else, is he really letting his homies post the video online? The answer is obvious, and the truth becomes crystal clear when we see Kanye, one of the most high self-esteemed humans to ever walk Earth at this point, get talked down and demeaned on a post.
So this is what really happens with Peter, Evie, Kanye. What we do on our way to a Vogue event, ribs and french fries.
So what does Ruben have to say about all this? Well, he'll tell you that these are all mutually beneficial relationships, and the business mogul knows he can get to these successful artists for tips and ideas as well.
You were asking about Baby before, and like, you know, does he come to me for advice? He comes to me for business advice all the time, but I go to him for advice on stuff too. I'll ask him like, hey, will this, you know, is this a good idea or a bad idea?
While this could be true, the real benefit for Ruben, besides whatever freaky stuff is going on behind closed doors, is the marketing leverage that hip-hop superstars give him and his companies. And rather than being a pushover guy paying these rappers to be around and do his bidding, it really seems like Ruben is the guy calling the shots. Even in this incident with Meek Mill on a private jet.
Mike, get up off me, dog. You heard me, Mike? Get up off me, man. Look, this man on my legs, y'all. Get this man.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You two drunken hugs are coming tonight.
This isn't all.
I don't think that's that deep. I'm like, I don't, maybe because like I've experienced like, you know, being with certain homies, being around certain dudes. It's like, bro, some dudes, like, especially when you're white too, white people don't have the same idea that we have as black people have been given of masculinity through slavery, the ghettos, and just the miseducation of ourselves. So you ever notice like white dudes, they'll like go on TV and like they can twerk and people don't look at them as less than a man. They don't look at them as gay. Like a white dude will like hit a girly move or say some zesty stuff and nobody will like be like, yo, nigga, you gay, or like they know they're comfortable in their masculinity is what I'm saying. So like it's not like I don't really take this as like, you know, a dude who's like secretly closeted gay. He might be gay, I don't know. Who's like trying to coerce his friends. I just see him as like a white dude who's like comfortable enough in himself to like play around and not have the quote unquote boundaries of overtly masculine that we have per se. I notice it all the time with white guys and how they talk and how they carry themselves because they're comfortable in themselves. I don't know. And you might just have millions and that just adds on.
No speculation either, as we've seen him utilize a culture shifter like Lil Baby to promote his Fanatics gear on the track Merch Madness, a campaign where tons of merchandise was given out to fans. These rappers were playing chess, but Michael Rubin had them in checkmate from the beginning, pulling rappers into business endeavors and still capitalizing on their influence. His use of rappers as pawns is enough to make you speculate his intention.
How is he using rappers as pawns? This looks like mutually agreed experiences. They're getting money, he's getting money, money's going back to the it's like whenever you're broke, or not even broke because Luis is not broke, but whenever you don't know, all you can go off is speculation and you start to make up stuff based off your own foundation in your own head. And if your own foundation has been trained to believe that rappers, everybody just sells their soul, every white party or every party where a rapper's getting hugged or any weird comment is automatically a humiliation ritual, then you're going to start to create this whole scenario in your own head where this is happening. It's like whenever you have an insecure mindset and you perceive a woman or a man for the woman to be cheating on you if they didn't respond to you or something like that. You just make shit up. And it's like, where in any way did he use a rapper as a pawn? How? This is mutual.
But the real red flag begins to dissolve whenever we look at his more elevated social life, specifically his...
Yo, Luis is just trying to get views. This is straight fucking pandering to the niggas who believe this shit. I learned this lesson in the military, and it was told to me by my grandfather. So everyone who fights the enemy and everyone who helps you is not a friend. Yeah, yeah. See, this is just so sometimes as YouTubers, what we do is we make videos that we may not even fully believe or care about, but we make them and talk about certain topics and agree because we know there's a bunch of dumb motherfuckers out there who are gonna blindlessly support and believe whoever has that message. It's called pandering. I think this nigga's selling soul like that. He's pandering to these niggas. No cap.
Strange white parties.
You gotta investigate this Michael Rubin party a little bit further.
But if black people have an all-black party, nobody says shit. Like, dude, come on, bro.
Y'all don't think it's a little strange?
It is a little strange.
What?
It is, for sure. Would I go? Fuck no. Fuck no. But it's like, I don't think niggas is getting booty raped in like all white party. Like, you see everybody there. Like, I think we'd hear something if some, like, I don't think it's as weird as we're made. I just think it's just rich people shit. And we're not a part of the elites. A lot of people are not part of the rich, so we can never even fathom something like that. It's like if you have trash internet your whole life, and then one day somebody shows you some like really, really fast internet. You're like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that shit was possible because you only know what you know and you don't know what you don't.
What? Help me out.
The consistency of the A-list celebrities that go there.
The hugging. What other party in the universe do you see that many of that level A-list people at the same spot at the same time?
Collection, bro. Nobody else is doing it. Somebody has to do it. They might be there for connections. They may be there for business opportunities. They may be there just because that's where they've all agreed in their certain category of people. That's where they meet up. Who knows? But it's like, why does every time you see something that you don't understand, this goes back to fear. Every time people see something that they don't understand or they're not familiar with, they either are quick to what's the word? Devalidate it, or they're quick to what's the word? Destroy it, speak against it, devalue it, whatever. It's like, bro, we just don't
This
know.
annual Michael Rubin white party isn't what it sounds like, but
the most intelligent thing you can do is say you don't know. The most intelligent thing you can do is recognize that you don't know something and wait to make an opinion. But the most unintelligent thing you can do is not know something, not know the context, not know about something, and still try to make a validated opinion, especially public, knowing you don't know.
might just be as strange and worth investigating, and most of all, disturbing in its nature. This high-profile gala is littered with every A-list person on the planet. Even people far outside of Rubin's circle will show out for what is possibly the biggest elite social event every single year. We're talking Tom Brady to Jay-Z, Kevin Hart to Kim Kardashian, even Drake was recently seen there, looking like bro was absolutely done with everything happening to him lately. Basically, anyone considered an elite society is invited and most certainly attends these packed parties. Of course, the first assumptions from outsiders were Illuminati comparisons, and some even pointed to Rubin himself as the leader. There's even an eerie resemblance to this crowd and Jared Leto's cult. To even be considered for an invite, you have to be at the top of the famous profiles. So it makes sense that anyone would want to show out. But what's strange is the presence of guys like Baby, Quavo, and Meek, who are all far below the status of these other guests. Their attendance seems a little bit out of place, and questions got raised, especially when they found themselves in more questionable scenarios at the hands of Michael Rubin.
Now, what in the is this? Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, I don't know about this photo. It might have been like he may have been giving him a hug. It looks like he possibly was giving him a hug, and Ruben came from the back randomly, and he kind of just, you know, how nigga like, what's up, my nigga, and he got in on him. It looked like he was maybe dapping him up or giving him a dap/hug, embracing, and then bro came out of nowhere, and then he just happened to look and see the camera. He's like, fuck it, I might as well just smile. I'm already here. I don't know, but like we can't really speculate. And Baby hasn't said anything about this, or maybe he has. I don't know, but like, yo, y'all niggas this is just talk, bro. Like, what is this? What is this, man? I'm done with this video. Great video by Luis.